Repeat that, Brett.
You were just above us. We're down just a little bit lower than you.
To my right or to my left if I'm facing north?
To your right or east.
Copy. Headed down. Hey, I found you.
You called us, you were right down here. And you went up there, I was yelling at you, and you're basically right straight across.
Well, the problem is all the tracks from yesterday look exactly like the tracks from today.
Hey, weird.
You can't tell what's what.
I come through the bottom. Jake, you kind of stayed up here on top, didn't you?
I was in the bottom and I climbed to the top and I came back down.
Oh.
I started looking for you. And that's when I rode up to you. I think you cut up before any of us did.
Well, I cut up and then I came back down. Then I couldn't figure out which one was our track, so I did like 15 loops and then just gave up.
Just follow the dot.
I was. My high-tech
Did you fix your gauge?
2012 gauge, it's good.
Did you fix it?
What do you mean?
From when it popped off?
It's popped off twice, but it's fine.
Oh,
I just, boop.
Just what it does.
It only pops off if you flip it upside down and land it on the gauge.
Oh.
Other than that, it's good. Swap me.
Huh?
Let me ride this thing. Oh. Really? Ha. Let's go. Now you're stuck. I thought you were just going to reverse clear down the hill. Why are you blubbering, you weirdo? What in the world? First coat I've had for quite a while. Hey guys, I'm still sitting right where Jake was stuck. I'm throwing a code, I'm gonna look it up. Well, I had quite a few hundred miles trouble-free, and I'm throwing a code again. Let's look it up. I know you were hoping for some success story where we found the issue, I was able to fix it on the mountain, and I'd ride the rest of the day and enjoy this beautiful bluebird day, but that's not the case. This is the walk of shame. I'm headed back to the trailer. Couldn't fix the problem on the mountain. I mean, every snowmobiler understands that, but I was lucky enough to be able to start the snowmobile, and if I'd hold it wide open, it would blubber a whole bunch and then kind of clean up to where I could ride it, but as soon as I let off the throttle, it would just get super rich and just run like garbage. So I told Brett and Jake that once I got back to the trailer, I'd text them, let them know I was there safe, and then they would just keep riding for a few hours. But this was the fear I had buying an aftermarket turbo. I've heard a lot of people that tinker on them every single ride. They don't run right. They're always having issues, and this was my fear, and here I am headed back to the trailer. So the code was P2229. That's your barometric pressure sensor high circuit. Checked the sensor itself to see if any of the wires there were messed up or if it was plugged in properly. It all looked fine. We unplugged it, put some silicone grease on the connections, plugged it back in. That didn't fix it. But I noticed that my Boondocker box was wigging out. It wasn't lighting up properly when I would start the snowmobile and kind of hold the throttle open. So I knew I had some electrical issues, just couldn't figure out why or what was going on the mountain. So Brett's had a bunch of Boondocker turbos, and he kind of led me in the right direction. I got the instruction install manual out and started looking at all the wiring that you add. And when I noticed the ground wire and its position and where it was added to the snowmobile, I figured that had to be the issue. So I took it apart, looked at that wire, and I'll just put a picture up right here. That wire was completely broken in half. And honestly, what an easy fix. I put a new end on it, soldered it. Actually, my dad soldered it. He's the magician when it comes to that stuff. And it was fixed. It ran perfectly the next ride. Unfortunately, though, it ruined this day. So the question remains, would I recommend a Boondocker Agility Turbo on an Alpha? Absolutely, I would. They rip. I've never ridden a snowmobile that has more power than this. It's been extremely reliable. I know that's funny as I'm getting back to the trailer here, but I've got 900 miles on the sled, and all of them have been very trouble-free except today, which was just a stupid broken ground wire. So yeah, absolutely, I would get one. Thanks for hanging out with me today and watching some more average content. We had a heck of a ride last week, so we got some more good stuff coming your way.